Yeah, we need to take a look at this electrical system, and the first thing I do is check it to make sure that it's not hot or energized, or if it tingles my fingers, then I don't mess with it. Then the next thing we do is just make sure to take the screws out. We've got some wiring that needs to be completed over here. First thing we need to note is, okay, it's 200 amps, 200 amp disconnect. It has 200 amp feeder lines, these great big lines up here. This is one of the feeder lines, a hot leg, that's a neutral leg, this is a hot leg. These come directly off the pole. The system is rated at 200 amps. Here's some old cloth wiring that should be removed. Hey, Dina, let me show you this old wiring.
Oh no, wiring?
Yeah, it's not terrible, but just don't grab anything, okay? See this old cloth wiring? Some of this stuff needs to be removed. See these two here?
Two, okay.
And the rest of the wiring, oh, sweetheart. Oh, CPR.
Okay.
Okay. So this is interesting.
This is the main cables.
No, here's the main cables.
Yeah, from outside.
And these, you see, this is your neutral line that's just not connected. So this is a 220 without a neutral. And that's totally not acceptable to me.
Okay.
So this is a service entrance cable that's being used as a feeder line to a sub-panel or a large electrical device. It has no neutral line because we just checked it out in the panel. So this totally has to be torn out and new conduit installed in its place. This is unsafe. Okay, what I'm noticing here that needs to be changed is that the cooktop is being fed with an electrical extension cord, which is not approved. So the cooktop electrical ignition component needs to be fed with greenfield or rigid pipe, not an extension cord. The problem is a lot of families have young kids that come into these cabinets with a pair of scissors, and the next thing you know, they could be getting electrocuted. That needs to be changed out immediately. All of these closets that we've seen so far have incandescent bulbs in them. And so what needs to happen is we need to take these bulbs and put them in the dumpster because they overheat and they're a fire hazard. Put in compact fluorescent bulbs as soon as you can. This is armored cable, or BX. It's not supposed to be surface mounted. If the wiring is surface mounted, it needs to be conduit, so this should be changed. However, it doesn't really appear to be a significant health hazard. It's just archaic technology. You know, I was just noticing that these receptacles in the kitchen don't have ground fault circuit interrupter connections. So these need to be changed out, and I'll make a note of that. Ground fault, add west end and kitchen.